the lead up to this was quite interesting, wasn't it, boys and girls? I mean, seriously, it was an interesting thing because Marvel did a countdown and they started at 4. And everybody's head's thinking, who starts a countdown at 4? I mean, normally it's 5 or 10 or 3. Like, who starts a countdown at 4? And even I bought into this, which was like, people speculated that it was going to be a comic book adaptation of the unmade Spider-Man 4 strip. And as I said, even I bought into it. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. Oh my god, I can't wait. I even rewatched I watched the 3 movies to be like preparation, all that kind of stuff, just over the hype. And then the news came in that J.J. Abrams, the director of Star Wars: The Force Awakens and the upcoming Rise of Skywalker and Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness and Alias and Lost, he was going to write a 5-part Spider-Man miniseries, co-wrote by his son Henry Abrams. And I think everybody else was kind of a little bit disappointed because everybody bought into the hype but, you know, I was like, you know what, I'll check this out because Marvel was making this a big deal. It's J.J. Abrams, it's a big Hollywood name. Let's see how this goes. And I won't lie, it's a pretty damn good issue. It's a first issue. For a first issue, it's really well done. You're setting up the stage, you're setting up the relationships, the core relationships that's happening. But I have one complaint. It's something that happens in the first 5 pages, and I'm going to spoil this one aspect of things. It is a big spoiler, so pre-warn here. MJ dies in the first 5 pages. I mean, basically, it's something happens, and then, MJ dies in 5, and then we jump like 5 years later, and that kind of thing. And the thing was, for me, reading it, I kind of felt it was a bit too wash. I would love to see maybe another issue to just explore this version of the relationship between MJ and Peter. And see how different this version is. And let us be invested with this relationship. Because yes, you can assume it's Peter and MJ, it's probably... next to Reed Richardson's Storm or Cyclops and Jean Grey, wherever the Marvel couples, Peter and MJ is kind of like the Marvel couple, right? Everybody knows who Peter Parker and Mary J. Watson are. It could be that whole thing. Oh, we know who these characters are, but we don't know this take on these characters and this take. So for me, it's just like I just wanted them to just maybe take, because those first 5 pages just felt washed. I know it was setting the stage, and maybe they explore this relationship in a different way in the next 4 issues. But right now, I'm like, oh, I just wish there was another issue. Just this issue should just set this relationship and understand why, like how Peter's acting the way he is, and that kind of stuff. And even certain characters acting like this because of what happened. I'm spoiling that MJ dies, but I don't want to spoil how, And but the rest of the issues really well done. It is a great issue dealing with families and fathers and sons, and there's I was quite like, huh? Like, what's going on? Like, it's because when you introduce a new character, you're kind of like, okay, new character, let's see how it is. And you're like, oh, you're curious what's going on. And then when you get the context, you're like, okay. And there's a scene between Peter and a character that I'm like, wow, that's so well done. It feels very independent. It felt like, if we talk about a movie, it felt like an independent movie that was in a grain of a Spider-Man movie. It's kind of like a little bit like Logan, how like, oh, it's a Wolverine movie, but it also feels very independent. It's like a low independent action movie that has a lot of depth towards it, and that's what it feels like with this. because the scenes that there's a great scene between Peter and Aunt May that kind of just falls into a great conversation. It's a quick conversation because Peter's on a plane, but the relationships is just so well done, always established, set the MJ part and how things are formed, how things, and and with the cliffhanger, it kind of to let you go next month. This is the next issue. You are curious and wonder how the reaction will go and how this certain character's journey will go. Yeah, I mean, just a great first issue. It is a really solidly good issue.